does have the 1 forge. He has level 2 weapons and 1 armor. And here goes the confrontation.
Here's the issue here. No upgrades for the Terran player.
Yeah, he does have a combat shield, and still, that said, no weapon or armor upgrades, and these Zealots with the patch doing so much damage. I mean, even though they're being kited just a little bit. Oh, great storms, actually, pulling the Zealots back, and then storming. Perfect storms, actually, and this Marauder army is completely dust. Good game to Costello, great game from Han, and he moves on to the next level, next stage of the tournament.
Yeah, excellent play by Han there. I was thinking that he was going to... You and I both were a little nervous about that High Templar play there. Typically, you would have seen Colossus, and I think Han proved us to be fools there in that regard, as he just made excellent use of Storm, although Costello needed to get some upgrades at the engineering base, get some armor upgrades, and perhaps transition into something else at some point in that game once the storms came out.
Yeah, I think the Han's strategy of this game was he knew his opponent kind of took a gamble and took the risk, assumed his opponent would play it safe and not go with one base timing push, and the timings worked out perfectly for Han. He built up, he expanded fast, did not have much army initially, and in these tournament level games, players actually tend to play it more safe because they know every game really matters. So he built his gateways later. And then he went for the High Templar and built enough High Templars and timed it so that he would have so much energy in his High Templars he would get off those successful storms and not be timed attacked. Even though Costello had plenty of opportunities once he got his third base up, even on the one base push, could have taken Han out a couple times in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he had plenty of time early on, but just didn't take it, especially with that very early stim pack research and that army composition he had early on, and then he just kind of expanded off of that. Those units could have been SCVs and mules and things like that, so that would have been better spent at that time, and then he could have transitioned then later. We'll see if we can get another match going here, and we'll get back to the tournament in just a second, guys. So thanks for watching the Giantbomb Community Tournament. We're going to keep on going. Mostacular, and I'm joined by Norm Chan from Tested.com, so be sure to check that site out just as soon as you can.
Oh man, I'm talking to Brad right now on chat. He might jump in a little bit. He is watching the TSL right now that is also going on this Saturday. I actually did not watch it last week. I heard there was some connection problems over in at least Slayer's Boxers game. Brad says amazing games going on right now. And so if anyone is down for more StarCraft and does not make it too far in the Giantbomb tournament, switch over to the TSL.
I absolutely encourage that. I watched all of last week's, almost all, on Saturday anyway, and it was just some fantastic games there. And I know Friday they played too, and those are just the names of the players that are playing there. It's unbelievable how many good players they've got going for that. So very, very exciting about that. Definitely encourage folks to go check that out. Let's see.
Brad actually just suggested that me and him do an exhibition match later on. I would be down for that. But I don't know how much people want to watch another PvP between me and Brad. And maybe Brad's a little more confident these days.
I think he just wants to wants your blood. I think he just wants you.
He has not tasted it yet.
I know. That's
I will say that in my recent games, PvP is actually my weakest matchup. Mm-hmm. Just because the metagame has changed just a little bit. Originally it went from all Colossus to all 4-gate, and now the all 4-gate play can be countered pretty effectively. I mean, if you look at Artosis' fast stalker, fast 3 stalker build, that does counter 4-gate pretty effectively.
Absolutely. And it looks like we're going to try to get another game here between Maw Forest and Harmonic, who are both, I believe, diamond level Zergs. And they're just going to create the game, and we'll get going. And so, yeah, if we do have a little bit of downtime, perhaps at the next game, if Brad's around, we'll get you two into a little bit of a show match as the tournament goes on, and that'd be a fun little thing to watch.
Yeah, unofficial show match.
Of course.
Does not count in the Chan Shoemaker, the epic games.
Oh, I don't know about that. That sounds a little worried.
We'll save those for the Giantbomb stream.
That's very true. Very
people
true.
Watching.
I'm always glad when you guys bring that back and sneak in your Thursday night throwdowns and whenever else you can get StarCraft 2 back onto your Whiskey Media sites.
Yeah, I think Brad needs to, his shoe was broken. He needs to mend it a little bit. The shoe mender.
Take it to what's the shoe repairman called? Not a carpenter. All right, we'll see. Let's see. Get you in here. And of course, Brad's welcome to commentate if he'd like. So I'm sure if he's watching the TSL now, though, I understand.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, looks like we're going to win our next game, guys. It's going to be Harmonic and Mob Forest on GSL Crevasse, however you want to say
Crevasse.
that. Crevasse. And stay tuned for perhaps a exhibition match between Brad Shoemaker and Norm Chan in between. So we'll be underway in just a moment.
I think we're ready to go. ZVZ. If you take a quick look at these two players, Harmonic is a diamond level player, 30 wins, and Mob Forest, I'm just going to call him Forest, is a high level platinum player with the wings and the star. Many more games played. Should be good. Oh no, he dropped actually.
Yeah, we'll do a little remake action here, as it looks like it's just going to be Harmonic, and we'll get back in here on this one. Not sure what happened there. I don't know that I've ever casted a game on Crevasse. I've done some of the other maps quite a number of times, but
yeah, these are relatively new maps. Just not too comfortable with them.
Yeah, how do you feel about some of the maps that have been cycled into the map pool? I don't know if you had a chance to play on too many of them, but a lot of new maps have been added.
I actually don't know the names. Let me look at the one map preferences. I'll tell you the ones I do still vote down. Scrap Station, I think, is a very poor Protoss map. Vote that down. Backwater Gulch, I voted that down. And Delta Quadrant, of course, you have to vote that down because I think that is a very unbalanced map position. Starting positions determines so much. I think it's a very Terran favored map with that easy expand. So I don't like those three maps. Zelnaga, very standard, Metalopolis, Cross Plateau, Slag Pits, actually a very small map. I played mostly Zerg against on Slag Pits, and I had a lot of success. If the Zerg does not have good does not go for roaches at the right time, or doesn't have good spine crawler placement, very easy to just sneak by, head to the main, block off the ramp, and actually just get zealots into the main, take out production buildings.
The map is tough in the ZVP as a Zerg player. That with those close positions, it's
very, very close positions, and so easy just to there's only one Zelnaga tower in the middle. Take the Zelnaga with the pylon, move forward, get into that smoky hidden gas area, pop another pylon down there, and just harass the hell out of that natural.
Absolutely. I think I have voted down Delta Quadrant, and I don't have anything else right now, but I should probably vote down what we were just talking about there, Slag Pits.
Yeah, Typhon Peaks actually. Is it Typhon Peaks?
Typhon Peaks. It's a pretty good map, I think.
I actually like that map a lot. I do like it. It's fairly balanced. There are some good timing push opportunities. It's actually closer than a lot of people realize, and decent on alcohol placement. Kind of tough for an expand, actually. Once you get to the naturals, and especially if you're close positions, if you're in tangent positions, the two naturals are so close. A lot of opportunity for drops.
Yeah, that map definitely some kind of tricky cliffs on that map, but I think it's a still pretty well designed map all around, all things considered. And we'll be actually betting into another game with Han again. Those other guys went ahead and got started on their match, so we're going to go against Han and Shibi, one of our Euro players, as another Euro player against Han, who we just saw in this game.
This tournament's moving along quite quickly.
Absolutely, yeah. And I don't know if we had as many players because of the TSL. People just wanted to watch that, which I understand completely. And we kind of just did this in favor of just kind of keeping the monthly system going. And looks like we're going on Shattered Temple, so we'll get you an invite, and hopefully we'll get
sweet.
Going. And so, how do you feel about Shattered Temple, the renewed Lost Temple?
I'm okay with it. Just the not having those two Zelnaga towers and those walls makes it a little more tough for Protoss to get force fields out and find choke points. But it works both ways. I think it's definitely a little more Zerg favored right now with open space. You can easily get Zerglings, surround units in the middle. Holding the middle is harder, much harder now because of that.
Yeah, as a Zerg player, I'll say that I love it because that open space, the island expansions are a little tricky sometimes because now you can just kind of walk down there, and it's good for both players. I feel like I get nervous when I'm cross positions or something, and I just know that my opponent is going to be taking that. It's a really easy expansion to take. So
destroy those rocks. But actually, that little staging area where the rocks is, I've actually had some success hiding probes there and getting some proxy pylons actually in there. Because once they take natural, they actually don't. I find most players don't, unless they're, especially Terran players, they don't explore that area, and it's very easy to get units down there.
Yeah, I'm showing you on the stream right now this little space by the destructible rocks. It's kind of like a little chunk off to the side, and there's a lot of space back there, perfect for proxy pylons. And
perfect just to get some zealots in, some speed lots, or even some blink stalkers in. Once you have 6 gates, plop down 6 zealots, go straight from the mineral line. I mean, that's a lot of economic damage.
You're making me nervous just talking about it. And Han spawning in the 6 o'clock position, and spawning as the orange Protoss. And over at 9 o'clock, the close air position, Shibby, another one of our Euro players, welcome as the purple Zerg. And he is on Shattered Temple. So yeah, that open space, as you were mentioning, Norm, just fantastic with the open space that you have there for Zerg players. Before, it was just really tough. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry, I had that banner up, guys. I got it back now. Should be good. The open middle here, just perfect for Zerg players to surround, to move around their armies. Whereas before, there were some, I guess, little pillars in the middle of the map. There are little cliffs that would be perfect for choke points for force fields and things like that.
Yeah, right now, actually, what's this guy's name? What's Shibby? Shibby? We're calling Shibby?
Maybe. I don't know. Shib XYZ.
Shib was called Shib. Shib did a very good job sending his Overlord over the gap and spotted Nexus before Han actually, with Overlord actually has more sight than Nexus, so saw the Nexus and turned around immediately. Han actually going counterclockwise because he wants to check his close positions. He will spot the Zerg base very late, and actually oh my gosh, we have a hatchery over at Han's Natural. This could be very bad for Han.
Oh dear, proxy hatchery from Shib, and this is cheesy and shouldn't work, but there's a very real chance that this could be effective if the Protoss player is not able to scout that hatchery going down, because what we're going to see is a spawning pool go down here from the Zerg player, and once that hatchery finishes down there in Han's base, he's going to have to deal with spine crawlers at his ramp.
Absolutely, yeah. The creep is going to move up, and the spine crawlers are going to do so much damage. Actually, keeping that drone alive for sight vision is so important right now, letting it heal up. And Han actually going for 2 assimilators before his cyber goes down. This is actually, again, Han taking a huge risk, assuming his opponent's going to play it safe, but not knowing that hatchery is right outside on his natural. This could be very, very bad.
Yeah, I think Han was perhaps worried about a gas steal coming, and this is the thing, the Protoss players don't really, once they send their scout out, they don't think to check their natural, because they just throw that gateway, they throw that cyber core down, and then they just go about business as usual. The thing that should be tipping him off is that he scouted the Zerg base and just saw a spawning pool with no hatchery down and no gas yet. So that's, you really typically see a lot more Zerg players get that spawning pool and gas really close together, almost timing-wise, and without that gas, has Harris actually spotted? He should see the hatchery has finished, and he should start to see creep lurking on the outskirts.
He should see the creep right there. He does see it, and that scouting probe coming back home. He's definitely going to see he definitely sees the hatchery. He needs to do something right now. He's pumping out a sentry actually, and has his cyber researching warp gate. Does need more gateways, and actually getting a robo. Robo is a very good idea. Pump out a mortal. Mortal takes out spine crawler so fast, yes. And he could be able to recover very, very easily. And some lings and a drone actually coming in, and those drones actually probably for more spine crawlers, and a queen actually also on that proxy hatchery. There goes another spine crawler.
Yeah, and this is excellent. He's having that queen there allow him to get the inject, get the larva. The larva will be fantastic. He'll be able to... Very good force field over on that sentry. Needs to back up and reposition that zealot. Pumping out actually another sentry right now. Exactly the right thing to do. Block the ramp. Don't let the Zerglings come up and attack his buildings. Don't let them get vision. And the spine crawlers will slowly move up. The queen's going to inject creep tumors. And there goes. Spine crawler actually moving up right now. Just as I said that. Two sentries right now. The spine crawler is not going to be able to attack high ground unless he has vision, but he does have an overlord actually moving in right now. Oh, this could be very, very bad. 2 gateways, and the robo actually doing nothing over on Han's side. Han actually has a ton of extra minerals. There goes finally pumping out an immortal. Needs that immortal chrono boost out right now. Yeah, that one Immortal, as long as the Zerglings don't do too much damage, the Immortal could do quite a lot.
Block the map, block the map!
Oh, nice block there. Needs to try to find
The
some way to
Queen
focus down
actually
these
attacking,
Zerglings.
yeah. He needs to